After your Utah virtual wedding ceremony, you and your spouse are going to want to submit your report of marriage, or some call it ROM for short. You're going to want to submit this paperwork to the Philippine Government. In order to do this, you must submit your ROM paperwork to the Philippine Consulate that has jurisdiction over the state of Utah. Since the virtual wedding took place in the state of Utah, San Francisco is the Philippine Consulate General that you must submit your paperwork to. Go to San Francisco's Philippine Consulate General's website located at pcgsanfrancisco.org. It's displayed on your screen now, or click the link in the description of this video. On the San Francisco Philippine Consulate General's website, under the Services tab, click on Civil Registry. This will take you to a page with general information about the consulate and what states they have jurisdiction over. As for Utah, San Francisco has jurisdiction over the state of Utah, and this is why you have to submit your ROM to the San Francisco Consulate. Unlike myself, I live 20 minutes away from the Honolulu Philippine Consulate, but I still have to submit it to the consulate in San Francisco because the marriage took place in Provo, Utah, which has jurisdiction for the San Francisco Consulate. On this page, under Procedure and Requirements, click on the Report of Marriage drop-down. Clicking on this drop-down will show you the current list of requirements for submitting your ROM paperwork to the consulate. According to the consulate's website, some notarized copies can be photocopied. Make sure to verify exactly what can be by using their checklist or the instructions on their website. The DFA and consulates have officially stopped using the red ribbons, which have been replaced by apostille certificates. In this video example, I'm going to download the checklist from their website and go over each numbered requirement as listed on the checklist, as I did when I submitted our ROM to the San Francisco Consulate. To download it, simply click on the word checklist in the color blue. Normally it will automatically download, but if not, you can right-click on it and then Save As to download the checklist in your preferred location. When filling out the Report of Marriage form, it must be typed. This can easily be accomplished once you download the form and just fill out the information while you're on the computer. According to the consulate's website, all handwritten forms will not be accepted. Now, taking out the checklist for item number 1. Number 1, the cover letter. This is indicating your request to report a marriage. I actually split this up into 2 parts, a cover letter listing all the documents I am submitting, and a separate marriage affidavit with all my requested contact information and my request to report the marriage. Here is an example of the cover letter I have sent in. If you want to use my format, all you have to do is replace everything in red with your info. And this is my marriage affidavit form with all my contact information such as my email, cell phone, and home address. This is needed in case the consulate needs to contact you. You can pause this video to take a screenshot. As you can see on our marriage affidavit form, I chose to physically go to the Philippines and have me and my wife present to sign the ROM form in front of a notary public while visiting in the Philippines. I did this because for immigration purposes, the marriage has to be consummated after your virtual wedding. This means you have to be in the presence of each other. So this is why I chose to do this, because we cannot submit a immigration visa until we physically are in presence of each other after the virtual wedding. Item number 2, the Report of Marriage Application Form. To download this form, just click on the blue Report of Marriage link on this checklist. Since the majority of people will be submitting this ROM form by mail, item 20 on this form should be notarized by you and your Filipino spouse. Then you'll make 3 photocopies of this notarized application form. When filling out the form, the wife should use her maiden name as it was before the marriage took place. The civil status for both husband and wife should indicate if single, annulled, divorced, or widowed at the time of the marriage of both you and your Filipino spouse. The following section of this video will be filling out this report of marriage form as I did. If you want to skip this part, in the description there's a timestamp where you click to the next section of this video. So let's get started. I'll be filling out the husband's info on the left first, followed by the wife. Starting at the top, make sure you fill out the Philippine Consulate General, San Francisco, California, USA. So under the last name, you're going to put the husband's last name for their first name. And their middle name. For date, you need to put in a format of day, month, then year. Then place of birth is going to be city, state, and country. For civil status, it's going to be single, divorced, or annulled, or widowed. Citizenship is going to be put your citizenship, whatever it may be, of your foreign spouse. For this, it applies to Filipinos if you are naturalized as a Filipino, not as a foreigner. And just your basic religion. And moving over to the wife's, all info should be maiden information prior to your marriage. As same as with the husband's, last name, middle name, first name, date of birth, place of birth, civil status, excuse my typo here, I didn't catch it while I was recording this video, but make sure you spell single correctly, as I fixed it after this video. Moving along to the next section, the details of the foreign marriage. Moving along to the next section, the details of the foreign marriage. For number 10, date of the marriage took place. You're simply going to put the date. And for the place, most of us here probably did the virtual, so I used the Utah County Deputy Clerk, which is located in Provo, Utah, USA. If yours is located somewhere else, wherever your officiant is located in Utah, you'll simply put that. For number 12, witness number 1, simply put the name of the witness number 1. As well as number 13, name of the witness number 2. And for number 14, the name of the officiant that was over your virtual wedding. And for number 15, the title of your officiant. If it's not Utah County, just put the title of whatever the officiant that you used. All this info also can be looked up on your actual marriage certificate / license. All this information is listed right on there. Move along to the next section. This section is details of the husbands and wives, parents basically. For number 16, you're going to put the father's full name. And 17, you're going to put the father's citizenship. And for the mother's maiden name, this is for the husband section. Full name as maiden name, not married name. And the citizenship of the mother. Then move over to the right side for the wife. You'll do the same exact thing. Father's full name. The citizenship. Then the mother's maiden name. Then her citizenship. Since the majority of the people would be submitting this ROM form by mail, item 20 should be notarized in front of a notarized public by both you and your wife. As you can see here, here's a photo of where I went to the Philippines to a notary public. Items 21 and 22 should be left blank. These are for the consulate use only. Item number 3, Affidavit of Delayed Registration. If you're filing this application more than 1 year after your Utah virtual wedding, you'll need to download this form, to fill it out, have it notarized, and make 3 photocopies of this notarized document and include it in your ROM packet. Item number 4 is your U.S. marriage license. This is a license you received after your virtual wedding that Utah sent to you. In addition, you'll need to request an apostilled marriage certificate from them that is signed by the Lieutenant Governor of Utah. This is my actual one I requested with all my information blacked out. As you can see, apostille. The actual marriage license. I made also copies of the back stamp of all pages. Item number 5, proof of Filipino citizenship. Item number 6, birth certificates of both contracting parties. 4 photocopies of the birth certificate issued by the PSA and 4 photocopies of birth certificate issued by a foreign spouse's agency. I didn't submit the original from the PSA. I just did big color photocopies of the actual PSA document. Only photocopies were submitted. Item number 7, valid IDs of both contracting parties. For this requirement, I just made 4 color photocopies of both my wife's and my passport biography pages. As an example, here's a couple sample images I downloaded from Google just to show you exactly how I submitted mine. Item number 8, if the Filipino citizen is a widow, make 4 photocopies of a PSA foreign death certificate. Item number 9, if the Filipino citizen is annulled or divorced, as well as number 8, make 4 photocopies of an accepted document listed on the checklist. For these 2 requirements, we just submitted my wife's Cinemar from the PSA. Item number 10, if the foreign spouse was previously married or widowed before, just 4 photocopies of the final foreign divorce decree. Item number 11, non-refundable processing fee. This needs to be a postal money order or a cashier's check and needs to be payable to the Philippine Consulate General. They do not accept cash or personal checks, and the current fee is $25. As you can see here is mine, made out to the Philippine Consulate General under the Pay To section of the money order. In the From section, you'll put all your info as it is listed on your consulate packet for your shipping address. The top portion of the money order serves as your receipt, so just tear this off and keep it for your records. Number 12, return envelope. You'll need one prepaid self-addressed stamped legal size envelope, as well as an envelope to mail it to the consulate. You'll need to use USPS priority mail, but do not use FedEx or UPS. For this, I just used two flat right size envelopes from USPS. One is just a normal and one is a padded. Since the padded is slightly a little bit larger than the normal flat rate, it can easily slide into each other to make it easy for mailing to the consulate and for them to ship the other one back to you. Both these flat rate envelopes can be ordered off the post office website free of charge, as the padded flat rate envelope normally is not carried at too many post office locations. As you can see from the screenshots, I did exactly that, ordered them from the website, and it had delivered free of charge directly to my house. Now that you got both your envelopes, you're going to take, you have two of them. One is your basic flat rate envelope. It's a cardboard, so you can tell the difference. And the other one is a padded flat rate envelope, and you can see the difference because it has bubble wrap inside it. So next you're going to want to print two shipping labels. The two shipping labels you're going to need, one's going to be from the San Francisco Philippine Consulate to your shipping address, and the other one is going to be from your shipping address to the San Francisco Consulate. For the first label, going to be from the San Francisco Consulate to your shipping address. Put this one on the standard cardboard flat rate envelope. As this is the envelope, there will send your original documents and the completed ROM packet back to you. And now that you have your label on the standard cardboard flat rate envelope, take your completed assembled ROM packet and just place it on top and just flap the cardboard flap over it. Do not put it inside it because the consulate will still needs to review it, and makes it easier for them to see all your paperwork right up as soon as they open it. As always, don't forget to include your $25 postal money order in the packet before you seal it. In this video, I forgot to put it in there when I showed it first. Sometimes getting it into the bubble wrap flat rate can be a little difficult, but it does fit perfectly if it's lined up just right. So now that we have our packet, our return envelope shipped from the consulate to us, we're going to place all that into the bubble wrap as you've seen. And now we need to put the shipping label from us to the consulate. If you don't have a label printer at home, you can always print just a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet and tape it, or you can do it at the post office and have them print labels for you. For the shipping address to the San Francisco Consulate, make sure you use the one on the top of the checklist or off the website to ensure proper delivery. Here you can see my completed packet. If the consulate has any questions, they'll use the info that you included on your cover letter or marriage affidavit to contact you with any issues that arise within your application packet. As you can see from this screenshot, they had a question about something on my ROM. So I quickly replied to them. Then I think it was 2 days later, they sent it out completed. I sent mine to the consulate on April 25th, 2024, and I received it back on May 16th, 2024. So less than a month. This is the envelope that you put inside of the padded flat rate envelope. This is the one that you sent your original documents plus your completed ROM packet back to you. After taking out your paperwork, this serves as your original report of marriage, and as you can see, it takes approximately 6 months before it'll be posted where you can order a PSA authenticated copy off their website. I'm still in this process, so I'm not able to order it yet. So when I do, I'll post an update. Also attached to the paperwork is this like claim stub. Like if you were to go to the consulate in person, this is what you use to claim it. But it also includes like your name, your date of application, and your ROM document number. This is our actual ROM paperwork that we received back. As you notice, 22 where we left blank, this is for the consulate use where they stamped it. The registration number for the ROM, and the consulate riveted the completed packet together so nothing can be added or taken away. I hope this video tutorial on how to submit a report of marriage for your Utah virtual wedding ceremony has been helpful to you. Salamat and thanks for watching.